I don't think the buck beans, they either ate them when they first came up or they didn't make, but I've spent 2 years now buying these buck beans or these exotic beans from various seed manufacturing companies. These exotic mixes you pay a ton for, and I took the advice of Rusty, and we have a lot higher yields and success just going to the feed store and getting some, getting some various seeds. The Alice Clover joint veg mix seems to be really good. Next year we may try a few extra items, but man, this stuff, you just look in here, it's growing. And so late summer, benefit, that's great. If you guys want to, jump off into getting the iron and clay peas by this time of the year, I have some near the house I'll show you. They're already wiped out, and that's inside of an electric fence. They didn't honor the electric fence, even though it was about 5 foot tall. They just jumped through it, jumped over it to get to those iron and clay peas. We planted this whole area. We planted about 5 acres last year of iron and clay peas and soybeans, and they pretty much had them wiped out by this time of the year. So they had the early benefit, but late season they really didn't have anything to benefit when the antlers are really, they're kind of in their final development stages. So you kind of need a mix, I think, is what we're running into here. But tell you what, I think once they start eating this Alice clover, I think really that's going to be it. What do you find there, Wayne? Let's see it. What you see there? Yeah, that's Alice clover.
And this joint veg, look at both. That's over a foot, both of them.
Yeah, and we don't know what this.
Look how tall this one is, right there. Right there. Look at how thick it is. How many branches?
Oh yeah, we don't know what this stuff is yet. If any of you astute, agriculture guys know what this is. The deer are eating it a little bit. It's not their favorite, but you can see on the upper field where they've been grazing it. Let me see, Wayne, what you got there? But they're eating it, but not in any great abundance. But you can definitely tell they're eating it up on the top.
It's gotta be native.
Yeah, so it's some kind of native. Came back really strong. Got a lot of just crap that we've worked about 3 years on this field. This used to all be, it used to look like that section of woods over there. But it was cut, and we put a dozer on it, put several discs on it, but it's still pretty rough. But man, this area over here seems to have pretty good soil. It's growing over here pretty well, Wayne. Here, I think we may have a volunteer. Let's see, nope. It's not what I thought it was. Thought I found a bean, but it wasn't a bean. We had that big patch of soybeans that lasted for a while, and then the deer finally wiped them out. And you guys that are entertaining the idea about putting an acre up of iron and clay peas, yeah, if they get up about 3 inches tall, you're lucky, because they're going to come wipe them out, and then you're not going to get any benefit. You're really just wasting your money unless you put in a big. This is 7 acres that we have here total. It's pretty quick, but the deer population here, we're working on them pretty good. And tell you what, we'd come out here at night when we had beans and peas in the field. We'd see 10 to 15 deer at night, every night, and that's the ones we could see. And they make quick work of those things, because once they eat them down, pretty much done for, especially if they hit them early. And so we tried a new approach, and so far the deer that we've seen this year are pretty healthy despite not having a lot of rain. And we planted something that would kind of endure the drought. The upper section, the soil is not as good. It never has been as good. But that's going to be a section that we put probably about 4 to 6 tons of chicken litter per acre on. Plus we're going to lime it don't think we're going to add any nitrogen. We'll have a little excess phosphorus and potash, but we'll have plenty of clover to make up for all that. We may add a little nitrogen, just depends on if we put any wheat, but anyway, this is what it looks like. It's been fun though. I think we're on our 4th year now managing the deer herd out here, and it's pretty rewarding. It's about as good as it gets. Love to duck hunt and all that's great, but I tell you what, this doing work on your own land and raising these deer, seeing the increase in the size of the deer, it's pretty rewarding. But don't get me wrong, I still like to kill ducks, but I like to raise and kill deer now.